Hey guys, so the PS4, it's less than a week away, and I kind of want to do a video. I wanted this for a while. I actually wanted to do my top 10, but I'm just doing top 5 because honestly, um, I also think that they could do what I want. So basically, I want to do my top 5 games I wish was ported day one onto the system. Now, this doesn't mean just a simple port. I mean, this is like not just ported, but something similar to what they've done of Kingdom Hearts or something that they've done of other games like Okami, even games that they actually whip back and kind of HDified. Now I know a lot of people are like, well, yes, Uncharted HD. Thing is Uncharted 1080? No, it's not. Usually, it's the 720 games. And so basically, I kind of gave away one, but there's a couple of games here that just I feel actually could have pushed the system even harder, both graphically and just in other ways, and just unfortunate because of the system's what the minimum maximum requirements of the PS3 are. A lot of these games just couldn't do it. So here are the top games that just came out and could kind of even look better, or even just get a second chance at making even more money slash letting people see them. Because remember, most of these are PS3. These are all PS3 exclusives. They're not all made by Sony, but all these games only on the PS3. And I wish more people got to play them because of how amazing they are. Number 1, Uncharted 3. Now I would love if they put all 3 Uncharted on here, but here's the thing: Uncharted 3 is probably the most technically advanced of the 3 games. And I would just say the best one. I know other people would love 2, but I played 2 and just wasn't into it. I thought 3 was probably the best one. I had like 1 or 2 that much. I thought 3 was fine. I would think 3 is amazing. But here's the reasons I would like 3 to be on there. First off, you could either put 3 on there by itself as just a game and maybe make it $30, or make it a $40, $50 game with the online. I don't know if they want to do the free to play still because they have that now. So I don't know if they want to do the free to play online. But let's talk about the normal game in general. This looks amazing. I think they could just spice it up. They could have put a little effort. I'm not even saying it had to be the developers Naughty Dog, because they kind of said they don't want to port games. But Sony's got some either other teams, or they could have been hired teams outside to kind of spruce them up. And basically, I think Uncharted 3 would be a great game. It would also have a multiplayer game, because we do need more multiplayer third-person shooters. Yes, I know Warframe is coming out, but I think Uncharted would have been a great free-to-play, or actually just on the disc game. It could have been both. It could have been free-to-play or all features unlocked if you buy the disc version of Uncharted for, say, $40. I mean, it also be a cheap title that people might be like, hey, I never played this Uncharted game, but I heard a lot of good things. I'll pay the $40, get all the DLC and everything, and yeah. So let's move on to the next one. The next game on my list is God of War. Now I would do God of War 3. I know it's another 3 game. Now here's what I would do. If they could do it, God of War 3 with God of War Ascension DLC tacked onto it. I know Ascension's DLC is not the most popular thing. The reason I say tack it on there is, once again, it's just another feature. It's another thing that, because you're not going to sell God of War 3 at $40 at this point. You're not. It's just too over game. People want to pay 20. Now, I guess you could just put without a disc version, but I think discs are the way of the future. Not the way of the future, sorry, but they still sell a lot. You know, people might argue, well, digital is the way of the future, but people still go and buy discs, and there's deals and all these things you can't. You know, people at this point, the retail version is the same price as online for the most part, so why not? So I would say God of War 3 with the online multiplayer of Ascension, and maybe even make Ascension's multiplayer free to play once again, just because you want to get as many people as you can playing. And you know, it was a fun multiplayer. Why not just have it on there, tacked on? You don't have to play it, and just put 3 on there, because 3 was definitely pushing the system. Not Ascension, whatever. It didn't sell that well, and I know they would want to make more money, but 3 is a game that people actually would be like, yeah, that was a good game when I played that a couple years ago. Let me go back and jump in on that and play that. And then like they'll tackle the multiplayer, and they might be like, yeah, this is kind of fun, or they will like it. So, next up is my only like indie-ish game on this list, which is Journey. This is a game that I think is okay. This is a game that, you know, just like Uncharted, it's a game that is ranked higher, and I don't think as much of it, but I do think people would love to play this game. Came out on PS3, a lot of people played it, but not enough people, I think. I think a lot of people should be playing this game, because it's it's an indie title that I think some people should try. There's been rumors that Infinite Swan will be put on there because of Flower, and a couple of other indie games have been pushed onto the PS4's launch. But unfortunately, right now they're saying that Unfinished Swan and Journey are not coming. But I think Journey would have been a great launch title. I definitely think people want to play it, and I think it would have been a cool thing to see it. I don't know if it really could have done anything in 1080 that it did do before, because the game's very simple. But you know, I think mainly just to push out to a new audience, and maybe if they could make it graphically better, sure. It was a beautiful game. There's some beautiful effects in that game. I will give it that. But unfortunately, it was too short for me to really like as much as a lot of other people. I just felt other games. I just didn't think it was a game of the year. I thought it was a good indie game, but I didn't think it was as amazing as some of these bigger games. But yeah, still give it a chance if you can. Next up, Ni no Kuni, most overlooked game of this year. This could almost be, I would say, on top 5 of most overlooked games of this generation. Ni no Kuni is a beautiful RPG. Oh my god, JRPG too. This is actually one of the best JRPGs we've seen in a while. I know Pokemon just came out recently, and actually I think is a good improvement to Pokemon, though yeah, as it changed much. But this game, oh man, great game. I want so bad to come out, because here's the problem. It came out in 720, and that just makes me so angry because the art style is so beautiful. You can tell that they could probably get a little bit more out of it because it's hand-drawn animation. I think they could just kind of clean it up a little bit, put it out there in the 1080, and it would look better. And I think even load times, even though load times weren't that bad to be honest, I think it could run a little bit just better in every way. And yeah, we had another $40 game. It's I think $20 now on the PS3, but yeah, run it for $40, and I think push it. I think it would have been that Ni no Kuni and Knack would have looked like 2 very good kids games. But let me say this right now: Ni no Kuni is not just a kids game. It has very adult themes in it. It's an amazing story, amazing music. This is one of the best JRPGs I've ever played. It's on my top 5 JRPGs I've ever played, and it's on my top 5 games of this year. I don't know. It's an amazing game. And I put it on this list because it was not experienced by that many people. Probably less than a little bit around 500,000 people in the whole world probably played this game. That is messed up. This game is too beautiful and amazing. It needs re-exposure. We know that they're going to sell at least 3 million PlayStation units in the first week alone. And they'll probably sell 10 million by the end of the year. Put Ni no Kuni out there. You're going to sell to at least 1 million people this time. 1 million more people that deserve to play this game. Because you have a title like that, you would have sold it amazingly well. This needed marketing. It had no marketing. That game you marketed just a little bit would have got so much because it would have been marketed as Pokemon combined with the Studio Ghibli's art style. It would have worked. It would have been a great game. It's for kids and adults. Everyone would have been excited and happy about it. But that's why it's a gem. It's gonna be put away. Now, here's a game they said it's not going to be ported anytime soon, but should be. The Last of Us. This is another game that I'm confused about because it's especially The Last of Us has this DLC coming out. This is so disappointing that I'm going to have a PS3 to play my DLC on this. It just stinks. Honestly, The Last of Us really pushes the hardware in maybe the best type of ways. It's a beautiful looking game. The story has some amazing moments. I think that there's parts that I did really not like. There's still some trophies that I could go in and get pretty easy. There's just levels I don't want to replay again. I'm like, I like that level that much. There's one level that's in the snow. I'm not going to give any more away, but there's one of the best. The beginning level and the snow level are 2 of the most perfect levels that I think ever been made in video games. Just amazing experiences. Unfortunately, there's too many things that plague it, in my opinion, that I just didn't love it as much as everyone else in that fact. But the multiplayer is my Halo 2 of this generation's multiplayer. I love Killzone. I love Bioshock 2's actually. I know people hate me for saying that, but I love Bioshock 2's and Killzone 3's multiplayer a lot. I even like this new Splinter Cells. I like the new Batmans and stuff. But like overall, I'm not a big Call of Duty or Battlefield player. But man, was The Last of Us is like, I'm playing it right now. I'm in between matches right now. After I'm done with this video in a few seconds, I'm going to go back to playing it. But The Last of Us multiplayer is amazing. It's an amazingly strategical battle. It's not just running and gunning. There's a strategy. It's amazing. This game should have been a launch title. It would have sold another 1 million units easily and sold systems. People want to play it. They cannot unless they get a PS3. And then if they want a PS4, they cannot play it. That's insane to me. This is a game that should have been ported. Sony should have in the last 6 months been working on this. But unfortunately, Naughty Dog is working on a new space game, whatever. This is the game that this and Ni no Kuni just should have been launch titles. They were 2 amazing of games that would have sold just systems and were amazing. But I'm still excited about Killzone Shadowfall, which is completely made for the game. Knack is made for PS4, and I'll probably play some Assassin's Creed, even though it wasn't really made with next gen 100% in. It was still made for this current gen. It's going to look a little bit better, but, I'm excited. I'll do some reviews. I'll do Killzone as soon as I can. I'll kind of do my preview reviews of that and Knack as soon as I can. And, so anyway, go out there and go play your PS3, guys. And until next time, get ready for the PS4 because it's coming sooner than we think.